Throughout the videos in the Smile Delayed Opening and Temporary Shutdown module, we explore the effects of voting interruptions on voter wait time. This video discusses the general findings and considerations when handling delayed openings and temporary shutdowns at the polls. The explored voting process, which is currently shown on screen, consists of checking in at electronic poll books, hand marking paper ballots at privacy booths or using an accessible ballot marking device to make selections, and submitting ballots at a digital ballot scanner. We explore this voting process by simulating a hypothetical polling location, undergoing a delayed opening or temporary shutdown, and recording estimated voter wait times. Using this model, we quantify the effect of adding resources an hour after a voting interruption to identify methods to reducing voter wait times. This voting process is simulated with the assumption that voters arrive at the polling location following the pattern shown on screen. This arrival pattern exhibits a peak of voter arrivals in the morning, a reduction in arrivals at midday, and a second peak later in the afternoon. The results from this analysis indicate that when a polling location experiences a 2-hour delay in opening or a temporary 1-hour shutdown at some point on Election Day, voter wait times can be minimized by adding as few as one bottleneck resource as late as an hour after the interruption has been resolved. For the simulated polling location in this module, the ballot marking process proves to be the bottleneck. As such, increasing the quantity of privacy booths, accessible ballot marking devices, or both, 1 hour after an interruption effectively reduces voter wait times and minimizes the effect of the interruption. This result demonstrates a plan of action for election administrators and election officials when facing a delayed opening or temporary shutdown. If the voting process bottleneck is known or clear based on where the lines are forming, then preparing to increase the resources at that station after a voting interruption may effectively reduce long wait times caused by the interruption. With this said, it is important to consider the feasibility of increasing the bottleneck resource. For instance, if the process bottleneck is checking in voters, then an additional election worker may be required to implement this strategy. In another case, if a polling location is particularly small, it may not be feasible to increase the number of resources at that facility, or alterations to the layout of the voting equipment may be necessary. The remaining videos in this module discuss each form of voting interruption in more detail and provide numerical examples using the simulated polling location. Select another video in this module to learn more.